did look a bit tacky, but at the end of the day, I like that the werewolf stood up on all twos and was all...
I've got about $1,000 in my wallet. How much would you like to borrow? $5? 10?
Cut the bullshit and give me the wallet.
Are you crazy?
No. I'm just marking my territory. And you got in the way.
Oh! Yes! Hello YouTube and welcome back to Werewolf Week, where it is the final day. Oh no! I know. But hey, it's been fun. And we still have one more movie to review. And of course, that horror werewolf review, of course, is Silver Bullet. Directed by Dan Atlas. Screenplay written by Stephen King. Based on the Stephen King novel. Based on the Stephen King short story. The cycle of the werewolf. This stars Corey Haim, Gary Busey, and Everett McGill. And it also stars Megan Follows. This is a a 1985 supernatural horror where young boy Marty Koslow and his sister Jane Koslow, played by Corey Haim and Megan Follows, are siblings, and Marty is just a paraplegic kid who, is wheelchair bound, but his uncle Red, played by Gary Busey, saves, always finds ways for him to live and that by making high-tech motorbike wheelchairs for him. And one night, in the small town that it's set in, what's the town called? I can't remember, but a series of brutal murders have been taking place, believed to be a vicious beast. And upon one night, when Marty sneaks out, he encounters a fierce werewolf and manages to half blind it with a firework that he had with him conveniently, because he was setting fireworks off. And then in town, then sends his sister Jane to look for a man with one eye She goes all over the town, but then finds the local priest. What's his name? Reverend Lester Lowe. He has one eye and suspects that he is the beast. That's what happens. We also get Terry O'Quinn in this as the sheriff, Sheriff Joe Haller. Mind you, I know him as John Locke from Lost. He's in this as the town sheriff. Yeah, and of course, Marty and Jane get their Uncle Red to get a silver bullet made out of their medallion and their crucifix. Marty has the medallion, Jane has the crucifix. He takes it to a blacksmith kind of guy that makes a silver bullet so they can kill the werewolf. Because in this one, the rules of lycanthropy is different. They're not just active on a full moon, they're active, well, whenever, and they're at their biggest at the full moon. And they find that one rule that still applies is the silver bullet, hence the film's title. So, let's get on to my likes and dislikes about this one. First of all, I liked Gary Busey in this. He stole the show for me. He's a crazy looking guy, and I love him in his films. Even when he's been in a serious role, I still think he's funny and cool. I also like Corey Haim in this. I don't know him for doing much other than The Lost Boys and Silver Bullet and the reality series, the two Coreys that he did with his buddy Corey Feldman. But Corey Haim is now dead, God rest his soul. I liked his character. He was like wheelchair bound, but didn't let that stop him in his stride. He was, a confident, brave kid, and I admire that character. His character and the performance he gave in this. I also liked Megan Follows as Jane, Marty's sister. She was a good, loving, supporting sister. Even though they had their disagreements, they always looked out for one another. I also liked Reverend Lester in this, who is the werewolf, played by Everett McGill. He was nice, but then during the second act, when we see his eye patch, you can see that he is sinister and, they know. Yeah, I like the werewolf transformation in this. They were good effects to say that they weren't computer generated, because this was 1985. I like the look of the werewolf. I mean, at some parts the werewolf did look a bit tacky, but at the end of the day, I like that the werewolf stood up on all twos and was all ferocious looking and that. So I like the werewolf. I like the werewolf look in this. It wasn't brilliant, but it was good enough for me. And I like the finale where they face him and they try to shoot him with the silver bullet, which I'm sure I'm not giving anything away now because this is over 30 years old. Yeah, I liked, the whole finale and that, how Gary Busey's character went from not believing in them to believing in them and that. So my likes are there. So for the dislikes, I found this film a little boring. I'm sorry, but there were some murders where the werewolf attacked in certain scenes, but other than that, this was more like, between that and then, it was more like a mystery coming of age kind of drama, and that just didn't interest me. I found that a bit boring, and this was a slow burn, I guess, but it was the kind of slow burn that just weren't for me. I liked the werewolf. I liked the finale when it got to it, but even that felt a bit rushed. But, definitely the cast saved this film for me. I just wish the story could have been written a bit better. Silver Bullet, I don't know if it flopped or not. I haven't looked it up or if it's gained a cult following ever since. But Silver Bullet, it was okay. I guess with it being based on a short story, I haven't read the short story, by the way, The Cycle of the Werewolf. So that might be a bit more interesting, given that it's a short story. And the screenplay was written by Stephen King. I feel like Stephen King, he probably had all his elements in there from his short story, but he had to put in a lot of filler in there, and I don't think he... In this case, I don't think he did good with the writing on the filling parts, the bits where there's not really much interest in. But other than that, it was a good film. The cinematography as well. That was 80s set, and I like the look of that, you know. And I also know Corey Haim from the Goonies. Yes. Yeah, the cinematography is 80s styled, and I like those in 80s films. The soundtrack, that was okay too. But yeah, I'm sorry to end Werewolf Week on a bit of a disappointing note, but Silver Bullet did get a bit boring at times. There were some parts where I actually got onto my phone and started looking at that, because, like I said, slow. But is it watchable? I would say so, if you like the slow burning kind. Yeah, so what am I going to rate this film? So my ratings, I think I'll give this one 3 full moons out of 5, because the performances and the werewolf effects did it for me, but I just weren't too keen on the whole filler parts, the, you know, in betweens and that. But yeah, it's all right, I guess. Yeah, so Silver Bullet, that's it. So yeah, that is it for this one, Werewolf Week. So yeah, that's it for this series of Werewolf Week. I know, it's been fun, hasn't it though? And you can watch all of Werewolf Week so far, you know, linked in the cards that are above the screen and that, or you can wait till the end of the video in the last 20 seconds. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Have you seen Silver Bullet? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are down below in the description, so be sure to check all that out. And yeah, that's it for this series of Werewolf Week. Yeah, so yeah, but of course, we at the beginning of May we had Vampire Weekend, and I ended that with a preview of Werewolf Week. So now I'm going to give you another sneak peek of another Vampire Weekend. Yes, we have another bank holiday at the end of May, so yeah, Vampire Weekend will return. So yeah, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of that right now. So yeah, so Luke Perry, David Arquette, take it away, guys.
Let me in, Pike. I'm hungry.
Go home, Ben.
I'm hungry. You're floating. Come on, man. Get away from here. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
So yes, till then, don't have nightmares. Or as my horror tube sister Queenie Todd would say, howl at the full moon for me. Check her out too, she loves werewolves just as much as I do. Yeah, see ya!